Alright, so it's quite a foggy morning. It's about 7:15 or something in the morning. Well, it's just another foggy day, isn't it, up here in Toowoomba. I'm so far behind in all the video updates, so I just thought I'd better try and catch up. The last ones, which at this stage I haven't actually uploaded, but I will by the time I get this on, I'd put the ads on Star Now. I'm just going to walk in this lovely fog. I put the ads on Star Now. It's a bit of an issue. They wouldn't display all the ads, so I don't think we sorted that out. And they wouldn't display all the links we had in the ads, so I don't think we sorted that out. Then what happened? So the ads ran. I went away for a while. I had a tour with my comedy group, which went really well in central Queensland. Then my wife had to go away on 2 different trips for work, so it's just been really busy. But I've been going through, I got a lot of responses for the ads. I think I posted for 8 different parts and I got around 130 responses or something, and I actually stopped them. I stopped the ads early because I was getting so many responses. I was getting overwhelmed. And then it was a matter of sorting through them, and I've got a lot of people that just weren't suitable based on age or ability and looks and so forth. They didn't suit their character descriptions. So anyway, I weeded it down for each part, about 3 people per part to audition. And now since then there's been some dropouts as well. I think the material's a bit confronting for some people. A lot of other people kind of love it actually. They love the style of the material. It's so beautiful here, look at this. I'm going to go up that hill there and just see if it looks any different up there. Yeah, so the material I think was a bit confronting for a lot of people. But anyway, look, it's 1 week now until all the auditions have to be in. Originally we were going to do physical auditions in an actual space in Brisbane, but a lot of people have had difficulty making it and so on, and a few of the people who look pretty good are interstate as well. So I decided to make the whole thing a video thing, so just film it like on a phone like I am now, or if you've got a show reel, just forward it to me, or either give me the clip or a link to it. Now, with 1 week to go, there is more than half the auditions still to come in, and I was just thinking this morning, this kind of creates a bit of a problem. What happens if I don't get all the auditions by the due date? Now, the film, the aim is to get the crowdfunding campaign going in July. There's 2 ways you can go about it. Either the idea can really start to take off and have a bit of a life of its own, and that's the ideal, or you can just kind of get it happening by your own force and your own kind of work effort. And unfortunately, that one's not too much of an option for me at the moment. It was earlier when I was younger and I didn't have as many children and commitments and so on. And I just can't do that this time around. So if we don't raise the money in the crowdfunding, and I'm looking at 30,000 or maybe even 40,000 because I want to be able to do it comfortably. If I can't raise the money in the crowdfunding, it won't go ahead. But I'm even thinking now, well, what happens if I don't get all the auditions in on time? A reasonable amount of work's gone into getting the thing to the stage where it's at now. And you don't want to blow that, but then, I don't want to try and start a crowdfunding campaign where I don't have the whole team on board, or where I don't want to be in a position where I'm having to force or beg people to audition for it either. It's got to start to take off by its own rate. Here's a guy walking the dogs over there. So I'm not the only crazy one in the park at this hour. So yeah, it's got to kind of start to take off on its own right. And there's some really good people involved at this stage, but if I can't get enough really good people, I just can't keep pushing it where, what I'm saying is I don't have the means with my commitment with my kids and work and other projects to kind of keep pushing it if it's not going to start moving itself, because then that's just going to take away from other time which I have to put into things which are frankly more important, like my kids, or other artistic projects which are starting to move, like my comedy show and that. you know, I don't want it to get to that position, because I think it'll be a great film, but I don't want to have to make something where I'm constantly pushing it. I want it to take a life of its own. And you know, the good thing is that the people who like it really love it. And I've given the script to some people at Lifeline, the Salvation Army, and some mental health advocacy groups. And from what I've told them about the project, they're quite interested and quite like it. And you know, I'm hoping I can get some statements of support from them and maybe a bit of feedback, so that the statements we'll use in the crowdfunding campaign. So, I mean, there are a lot of positives with it, but filmmaking, as anyone who's done it would know, is an extremely hard job. And if I can't get enough kind of resources behind it, then I'm just going to have to postpone it until I do. So we'll just have to see. But hopefully, you know, we'll get all the auditions in, we'll be able to put together a good team, do the crowdfunding, and hopefully get that as well. So anyway, that's where it's at the moment. Yeah. It's just one of those things, you know, I don't want to let people down, people who are keen to be involved, and there are some good people, but I need to get a lot of good people involved, and, you know, I just can't do it all myself. I've got other commitments where, you know, which I can't walk away from, so it's got to start to move itself a bit. So anyway, we'll see how we go from here. So there are a lot of positives at this stage, but I just woke up this morning, I was a bit concerned about a few things. So anyway, we'll see how we go. Okay, bye. Alright, so just thinking a bit more now, just watch that clip back, and I guess the obvious thing to do if we don't get all the auditions in on time is to extend it by a certain period. Just talk directly to the individuals involved and extend it, you know, maybe by a fortnight at the most. I wouldn't run the ads again. You know, I did cut them early, but then, you know, I think I had them sitting, they were originally going to run for a month, which I think was overkill. I think they ran for 2 weeks or something, and I'd got, you know, plenty of applicants per position by then, you know, between 20 and 30 I think it was, per position, something like that anyway. So I wouldn't want to go back and run them again. I definitely want to get this to the stage where it's crowdfunded, where we've got a team and it's crowdfunded, so it's just a matter of kind of pushing it to that stage and then seeing whether or not it goes ahead. I wouldn't ditch it just based on not getting enough audition, on not being able to cast it fully at this stage, but it's definitely got to go to the crowdfunding stage. And there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember it now. I haven't even had breakfast yet. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't run the ads again, because I think that's getting a bit futile. I think they were out there for long enough, actually. I got plenty of applicants. You know, it's only 25% of them for each part were really suitable. So anyway, so I'll put in the legwork, get it up to the crowdfunding stage, and we'll let it sink or swim from there. Yeah, I can't remember what else I was going to say, but, you know, I don't want to, we certainly wouldn't be tossing it in now, but if we can't raise the money, then unfortunately we will. But anyway, so we battle on, we get there, and we'll see what happens. Okay, bye.